So does your AutoTrickler, mainly version 3, scales look anything sort of like mine do, with all those little powder kernels spilt all around? Well, hopefully this is going to put a change to that. Let's see how it works. Well, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little while since I've posted any videos. Life has just kind of gotten in the way here lately of my shooting and reloading hobbies. But anyway, I'm really excited about today's video because this is something kind of near and dear to my heart as far as using my AutoTrickler. So I was looking around on eBay the other day, and I ran across this guy selling these AutoTrickler powder pans or powder cups. His eBay name is Trip Trigger, and I'll put a screenshot of this item in the video right now. Anyway, these things are 3D printed, and they're pretty cool. You know, this is the stock powder cup that comes with the AutoTrickler version 3, which is what I have. He originally made these things for the version 4. And I contacted him and asked him about making one for version 3. So I gave him some measurements off my existing cup, because I think he said he hadn't got his hands on a V3 AutoTrickler as of yet. Anyway, so he made this one and sent it to me for a review, and I tell you, it is a very nice piece of work here. As you can see, he's got a set screw here to where you can loosen and spin the cup around to put the spout on whatever side you like it, or infinitely in between. I will probably change the angle of mine a little bit to where the spout is kind of over here, coming a little closer to the handle. That's just the way I like picking mine up. But it is, I think he actually talked with Adam McDonald, who, if you don't know, is the owner and inventor of AutoTrickler, and talked to him about the types of material to use in these. It is 3D printed, and it's supposed to be static free and all that good stuff. But the biggest selling point of it is not supposed to spill any powder when it dumps charges. And on the inside of the cup here, it's actually kind of like raised up, sort of like it's got a little dome in the very bottom down there, sort of like a pound cake pan, or something of that nature. And I think what happens is when the charge is dumped down in there, it hits that little peak and then just kind of disperses out, and it's not supposed to bounce as bad. And we're getting ready to test that. I'm probably going to try maybe several different kinds of powder. It has been my experience that generally the really fine powders and the really coarse stick powders, like IMR 4064 or something, usually don't give too much trouble. It's kind of like the medium cut powders, like Varget sized powder, or H4895, or maybe N150 Vitivori. All those powders seem to be the most bouncy in my dealings anyway. So let me get this thing, let me get my camera resituated back over here on my scales, and we're just going to start dumping a bunch of powder and seeing if we have any powder kernels laying around the top of my scale like you saw at the beginning of this video. All right, so I just finished vacuuming up all the kernels of powder that were spilt on my scales from, bounce out from powder drops, and I vacuumed them up. By the way, that's the best way I've found to clean those things up, especially if you've got a little cordless vacuum. It's just works really good to get all the powder out from that area. But as you can see, let me move the camera around here. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any. They're all off there. Yep. Yeah, I think we're clean. So let me get everything set back up here, and we'll start dropping some powder. All right, here we are set up. Speaking of Varget, I actually had just a very tiny amount. There's probably not even an eighth of a pound left in there. So let's use that. This was from back in the good old days of October 2017. So that's how old this stuff is and how long it's been sitting around. So now that should be enough to get us going. I always like to sit whatever powder I'm using at the time up on the table with the scales, just so I don't, if I go away for any length of time and I forget, I don't have to wonder what powder I left in the thing. Which I know you shouldn't do that anyway, but let's be real, y'all. One thing I did notice about this powder cup, it is about 100 grains heavier than the stock AutoTrickler. That one's coming in at 928.72 or so. Here's the original stock. So that one's 896. What did I say the other one was? It was 9. That one was 896. This one is okay. So it's not 100 grains, only about what, 30 or so, somewhere in that ballpark. So one thing to take note, it's obvious the dead drop cup here, it really has a much longer handle, much bigger handle too, so a lot easier to grab a hold of. It almost seems like it might be a little bit longer than I would even need it to be for this, but you know, it's not anything that I'd cry about too bad. Let's get some powder turned on here. And I have no idea what I had last set for the powder charge. Let's see. I usually use my phone for oh, perfect. That's about right anyway. Generally I use the Bluetooth on my phone and the app to control this, so I'm using my phone right now for the recording. So this is one of the cool things about the version 3, whereas it's not totally dependent on the Bluetooth app. If you dispense a charge like that, you can hit the print button on the scales and it remembers what that is, and now it will just now it will continue to dispense that charge. So that's one kind of cool thing. Let's see, that was one charge. Let's just go ahead and let it do its thing here. And that's dumping 52 grains, so that's a pretty good bit of powder. So far, no sticking or anything like that. I didn't clean it. It didn't seem oily or dirty or anything. Huh. Weird, that time it only dispensed 23 grains, and the other time it dispensed like 50 something. Huh. Well, hang on, my trickler's stopped up or something in there. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. I'll stop the camera if oh. Oh, I'm a moron. Let's see. There we go. I hope I didn't have other powder in there. I don't think I did. I don't know what I done. Yeah, now it's back. I don't know if I turned the thing or what. But anyway, so far, no powder spilling. So I think I had a little piece of dirt or something stuck on the outside of the cup there. Not sure what that was, but let's carry on here. I don't know how many that is. I guess we could start keeping track. And I don't have my Ingenuity Precision trickler going there just because you know, it's not really necessary. So I got a little notepad down here. Every time we dispense a charge, I'm just going to put a little tally mark down on there. So I know I've already done 3 or 4 or so, but I'm just going to start there with one. There's another one. And again, you know, these are 50-some grain charges, so if you're going to have bounce out, you should definitely have some bounce out with that one. It ain't like we're throwing 20 grains or anything. Just going to keep it rolling. So that's 5. Alright, I'm not going to, just for the sake of not having like an hour-long video, I'm just going to keep doing this. That was 6 charges so far, plus whatever I didn't count to begin with. So far, no powder sticking in the pan or anything, so I'm going to keep going. I'll probably dispense like 20 charges, and then I might switch powders and see what happens. So I'll check back with you if anything eventful happens. All right, so that was 25 charges of Varget that I just dispensed, and currently I do not see any kernels of powder. Nope, I don't see any laying around there anywhere, so I'm going to switch powders. I'm going to go to something big like IMR 4064. I'll start dispensing some of that, and at the end of the whole video, I'll take the top off the scales, and we'll look down in there and really confirm if we did or did not get any powder spilling. But so far so good. No powder has been sticking in the inside the cup. I'm starting to get just a little bit of powder residue down in there now, so that's good. So yeah, I'll check back with you here in a second once I get 4064 in the dispenser. All right, so here we are with IMR 4064 in the hopper there. Let's start throwing some powder with it. I'll start me a new list over here. Let's see. So there was one charge dumped. Again, you know, somewhere in the ballpark of 51 or so grains. Let's see. That was 2 charges. And there's a third one. Alright, I'm going to keep on dispensing, and I'll check back with you if something happens or when I change powders. So, I didn't have anything eventful happen with IMR 4064. I dispensed 26 or more charges. Sometimes I forget to mark one down, so I know there's been at least that many dispensed. So we done Varget, we did 4064. Let's go to the other side of the spectrum and do something really fine like CFE 223. This is some that I had, I think I was finishing out an 8-pound jug of it a while back, and I just put it in this little small container here. But this is, you know, a very fine powder. Meters really well. There it is. Super fine stuff, almost like dust. Let's see, here we go. Print. Need to start a new that was one, and I'll just keep on. Let's see, even with that fine stuff, I don't see any trying to stick or cling to the cup, which, I mean, at the time of this video, let's see, the humidity is 41% in here, so not like super dry, but you know, I would think it's probably pretty close to dry enough for there to be some static cling if there was going to be any. All right, I'm just going to carry on, probably dispense 25 or 30 charges, and I think we've pretty much covered the whole gambit of powder sizes here. I don't really have anything that's much bigger than 4064. It's probably the longest, coarsest powder that I have. So I'm just going to carry on, and I'll check back in with you here if something happens. All right, for the moment of truth, I just finished 28 or more charges of CFE here. So that was at least 75 charges dispensed. So let's see what this thing, let's take the top off and see how it looks. Let me grab my camera here. I also want to show you kind of the height of the cup. So as you can see, that is the dead drop cup. Let's get the stock AutoTrickler cup out here and show you the difference. So it's probably just a little bit taller, maybe, not by a whole lot. Let me swap them back out again here. Yeah, maybe just a little bit, not much difference. But all right, let's get the let's set the top off. See if I can do this one-handed. I probably can't. I'm gonna have to put the phone back on the tripod here. Got too much stuff sitting over here. Well, so far so good. Get my flashlight out. Folks, I believe that's pretty successful there. This this right here that you might sorry, don't mean to blind you. Right here, that was already there. I think that's well, now I've knocked it under there, dang it. I'll get that up. But I believe that was already there. There was one time when I was dispensing the CFE 223 that I pulled the cup out a little early. And yeah, I'm seeing just a few of those right there. I tried cleaning those up, but I didn't get it all, apparently. That on the AutoTrickler, or on the version 3s anyway, when the little motor runs up, a bunch of powder comes out, but then when it goes back down, generally it will drop just a few kernels then, like not very much, but there might be like a half a grain that comes out or something for whatever reason. And I pulled the cup out as the thing was coming back down, as the metering drum was coming back down, and I was just getting in a really fast rhythm, and so that was my fault. But I did not notice any bounce out or anything like that. That was completely my own user error. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that thing. I think it does the job. I never had any kernels stick, no static cling or anything like that. I hope I've been calling this thing the right name all this time. I think he called it the dead drop powder pan. That's some residue from I was weighing some cases or something a while back, and some residue off the cases got on the platen there, the scales, as you can see, and every time I was sliding this nice pretty white pan on there, it was cleaning it off a little bit. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. That is by far the best results I have ever gotten, and I've dispensed a bunch of powder with that thing. So yes, if you are experiencing powder bounce with your version 3 or version 4 AutoTricklers, I think you will greatly benefit from getting one of these things, and I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. I believe he's thought about everything. I really like how you can loosen the little the handle clamp there, and you know, turn the spout left or right or anywhere in between. That was clever and well thought of, and the guy is also super nice. He's you know, I've been corresponding a little bit with him via messages and that sort of thing, and he's You know, just seems like a really cool, down-to-earth guy. He's a hobbyist and a reloader and shooter, just like all of us are. And I think he's making a very fine product. So I highly recommend. Thanks for watching, and I'll be talking to you again soon.